up, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, I got something that's big. It's like 2 feet by 3 feet, and I want to show it to you. It's a little bit off the ranch, but I'm pretty excited about it. And you can use this for a lot of things, but it's actually an aluminum ramp, as I understand it. And so it comes like this. And one of my issues is, you can see my lawnmower there. I pull it into the garage, and with my little car, I can usually park behind it. But what I have here is this little flat stepped area, which is actually 3.5-inch risen. But if I could get my lawnmower up against the wall here, then I could have plenty of space to park my car. It fits, but it doesn't leave me an inch of room to close the garage. So I thought about putting a ramp right here, and if I could get the ramp there, I could get both vehicles in the garage with much more ease. So I got this. There's a number of ramps that you can order. Sometimes they're called curb ramps because you're loading things over a curb with a hand cart or a dolly. Sometimes they're called wheelchair ramps, and there are for all different heights. So this one is actually for 2 to 4 inches in rise, and since I have a 3.5-inch curb there, I thought this would be perfect. But I'm going to unbox it here, and then we'll take a look at it. All right, so here's how it comes, and as you can see, it is aluminum, and it has like a very thick sandpaper-like grippy surface to it. As you can see, I mean, that is really rough, which is going to be nice. It is basically in 2 pieces here. So you have, one side and then the other side covered, and then you have about 1 inch of a ledge, a gap on either side, and then maybe 2 inches between the strips. So now my lawnmower actually is about 36 inches wide. I just felt like it's not going to be a problem to have the tires kind of hanging off the edge here, and I thought the grippy surface is probably close enough. As you can see here, let's just hold it up to my lawnmower, that there's plenty of gripping area for those rear wheels, and then obviously the front wheels are even narrower and smaller. Now, while the thing is very robust, you can also see that it's actually pretty light because of the aluminum construction. Looks like we have 6 ribs here, and they're pretty substantial. They're kind of boxed, so they have full sides on either side. So even though you only have 6 ribs, you have like 12 vertical slats, and then spot welded in. And then you also have a back plate here, so you have a very distinct ramp. The other thing I want to show you here is too, on the front, you can see that the ramp has a little bit of a lip that curls down, so you shouldn't have any problems getting whatever you're rolling, whether it's a wheelchair, handcart, or dolly, or a lawnmower, onto that edge. And then on the long edge, or the tall edge here, again, the construction really looks great. And then you have a piece here that extends out, and that's probably almost 3 inches long, 2.5 inches, 2.5, 3 inches long, and curves over, so that even though this angle might be more extreme or less extreme in different applications, you should have no problem getting over the edge. I also like that the grippy tape is rolled over the edge there. Now, because of the height here, that's how this minimum curb is going to be required. Otherwise, this part is just going to sit too high. So I guess what they advertise is 2 inches, so this must be about 2 inches. But for my application, it's almost 1.5 inches taller, so I'm going to have a little bit of a gap there. But just because of the solid construction of this thing, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So let's go ahead and lay it down and take a look at it. Well, the installation couldn't be any easier than that. Just lay it down and overlap it with your ledge there. Kind of want to make sure it's picked up all the way. But like I said, I'm a big boy. This definitely holds plenty of weight. I feel like it vibrates, but I don't feel like it's flexing at all. And as you can see there, nice solid meat to the ground. And then the top edge meets the top curb. I was actually thinking of putting some like double-sided tape underneath the ledge here and here, just to hold it in place. But I think because that grippy surface material rolls over the edge, it almost kind of holds it in place. I mean, I'm putting my foot down and trying to slide it back and forth, and I can't get it to even slide back. All right, so I think that's actually in there as well as it needs to be. So let's see if I can get my lawnmower up on there now. Driving a lawnmower in a garage is pretty noisy, but look at that, man. Didn't even stutter getting up this very easy to navigate very low incline ramp. Again, 3 feet wide by 2 feet deep. And as you can see, that's plenty of mower for that type of grade. I mean, this mower kind of goes all over certain hills. Now, I didn't even bump it up right against the wall. I just didn't feel that was necessary, and that allows me to get underneath my hood here and fill it up and do some maintenance and fill it up with gas when I need to. And it's locked in place with the parking brake, but as you can see, normally that would not have even been possible. This, 3.5-inch rise obviously was just too much, and then you don't want to bang your mower housing into the curb either. But with this, it's no problem. As you can see, the wheel hangs off this edge a little bit, and it's fully on this side. So even if I worked a little bit more to center that up when I was driving in, I think I could probably have it, with maybe just an inch hanging off on both sides. But as you might be able to see now, I have loads of garage space. So now I can get my Fiat in here too and put all my mad whips in one place. Check it out if you want to. This wheelchair, slash utility ramp, I bought it on Amazon. It was about 70 bucks. So one of the cheapest ones I could find. And I really liked the fact that it was metal construction as opposed to a lot of the ones that look like they're rubber or plastic. So I think overall a great deal. Peter Von Panda, out.